The issue of Har HaZeisim is of far greater significance than I think most people realize, not only because of its geographic location and the hundreds of thousands of people who have been buried there, but it has a symbolism that goes beyond that. There are attempts now by the Arabs to declare Kever Rachel and Maras HaMachpelah and even the Kotel as Arabs' holy sites. And they want to take away Har HaZeisim as well, because they know that if you take away our past, you take away our future.
It was about a year ago that the state controller, Michael Lindenstrauss, issued a report condemning and criticizing the government for 43 years of neglect of Har HaZeisim. He pointed to the violence, he pointed to the absolute abuse of the entire area, the neglect, the destruction of graves, the inaccessibility to some areas. And that prompted the Jerusalem Post to do an editorial again criticizing the government for neglecting Har HaZeisim.
I read the Lindenstrauss report in the Jerusalem Post, and that did it for me. I mean, the next morning I was on fire, and I said, it's got to stop.
Well, how is this being allowed to happen? Why are people being stoned when they go up to be mispaleled by a caver? Why are graves still destroyed? Why is garbage strewn all over? Why are the Arabs treating this like this is another neighborhood of theirs?
I myself have been stoned there about 5-6 years ago. I was visiting my parents' grave, and 2 Arabs were standing on the wall above and just started hurling rocks and stones at me.
And he reached out to me and to others to say, we need to do something about it. We need to raise the consciousness of the world that Har HaZeisim is neglected. We need to be able to make the case that Har HaZeisim is part of Klal Yisrael. It's not just Eretz Yisrael. It's not just Yerushalayim.
That evening, actually, I said, Rabbi Zwiebel, he happens to be a neighbor of mine, and I said, my father wasn't one of the Agudah starters, and I said, the Agudah's got to get involved and help me. I mean, that's about all I knew from start.
I've been involved with the issue of Har HaZeisim for many years. I've heard from people complaints about the inaccessibility, about the desecration of many of the graves there, and I approached government officials frequently and got minor concessions, but it wasn't until there was a sustained effort led by Avram that really brought this issue to the fore and that enabled us to leverage those contacts and to see some real concrete results.
There was money allocated many years ago for this to be taken care of, and the pressure that we're putting on the government at the present is severe. It's been in the Associated Press, in every single newspaper all over the world.
I know that I spoke to many Gedolim about this project, Rabban Leib Steinman, particularly the Ger Rebbe, because 2 Ger Rebbes are buried in Har HaZeisim. There's a deep concern in Ger about what happens in Har HaZeisim.
What we've succeeded in is, which is our main goal, is to have a police force on the mountain. There were some closings that we wanted closed. They are closed. Throughout the mountain, there's a total of 160 cameras that have to go up. We've also succeeded in them restoring a lot of the graves, and this is, I guess, where we stand right now.
How could Jews anywhere in the world allow this to go on? And the Agudah became one of the first partners in this effort to try to correct the problem. And the Agudah has been very forceful, has been very helpful, has been dedicated to this cause, and it's only appropriate that this is the venue for where Har HaZeisim is recognized.
Over the last year, Avram and a small group of individuals have made tremendous efforts in preserving Har HaZeisim. However, the work is by no means done. This is Klal Yisrael's cause, and we need each member of Klal Yisrael to join us in preserving the Kedusha of Har HaZeisim.